Yo, what's up? It's the Royal Purple Alchemist. Um, just want to check in with you guys today. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Staying balanced, staying focused on your goals, and just radiating in love. It's 2023, year number 7, the year of spiritual transformation. Just learning to love yourself more, accepting people for who they are, and not taking anything personal. Discovering your purpose, working on yourself, not being so attentive to the material things, but just putting in the work on yourself, man, you know, and on your mind, staying focused on the things that you want to achieve in your life. Staying, giving negative things less attention. Because what a lot of us don't know, like, the smallest little attention that you give to something negative will manifest in some form or fashion. You may be cautious of it or you may be uncautious. Pretty much our whole reality is based off the things we give attention to. That's why it's always good to give attention to the things you want, to the people you want, to the places you want to go, to the mindset that you want to have, and to your purpose. I discovered that the mind is very powerful. The things that you focus on and you put a lot of emotion into, meaning you really work towards daily, you will attract easily, very easily. But the thing with a lot of us is we're so caught up in so many other things. This has been a battle I fought with for most of my life, just being so in my head, having these brilliant plans, these brilliant projects just sitting in my head, things I've thought through in detail, you know, and keen detail to the point that everything was laid out. But being that I didn't put no work into it, it just stayed in my head, and that can be very stressful when you just con- continuously caught up in a cycle, because you begin to want new things in life, and a lot of times in wanting these new things, you jump out on the ledge. You jump out there um, quicker than you would if you just took the time to just focus, to be calm, to be relaxed, to really know what you want. If you don't really know what you want, you just jumping out here taking risks, man. You just run around in a circle. It's like a hamster wheel. You have to know exactly what you want, and you have to know the power of your own imagination, the power of your own mind. You have to understand that you create your reality. You have to understand the Bible is about you. These sacred religious texts is about you. You are God. You create reality. You are a primordial being. That you was here before anything, and you will be here even after everything has faded away. And I know a lot of people wonder, like, what does that mean? Of course, our physical body is going to fade away, but our intelligence, our mind, the things that keep our heart beating, the things that make us speak, blink our eyes, talk, to be able to know things without even reading books, that that power, that energy is an undying energy. Has always been here and is always and will always be the Alpha and Omega. I am the end. I am the beginning and I am the end. But I say all that just to, it's time for us to understand how special we are, how important we are. How we get ourselves caught in these cycles, how we develop traumas, and you know how we continuously go through certain things because we haven't noticed our traumas. See, a lot of people don't even try to seek out their traumas. You know what? I really hate being around people who feel like they don't have any work to do on themselves. Like everything is just made. I'm quick to tell you, like, I'm forever working on myself, forever will be. I got a lot of traumas. I'll repeat that again. I will forever be working on myself every day until the end of my life. My physical existence at least. Those are the people you want to be around that who's not afraid to say they missed the mark. Who's not afraid to say that they have things to work on. Who's not always blaming you, who's taking accountability for themselves. Who's not always expecting you to provide. That's another thing I hate. Stop being lazy. Go out there and, get what you want. And stop being mad because nobody else not giving it to you. It's. I mean, we all get caught up in this cycle sometimes. Get to complaining, get to blaming, point fingers. But like my granddaddy always told me, whenever you point one finger, you got all these pointed back at you. Point one, you got four pointing back at you. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful time of the year, beautiful season. I have a lot in store. I'm sure you guys have a lot in store for this year as well. I'm not gonna speak on what I have in store. That's one thing I'm learning. Not to speak so much on the things I'm working on until they're complete. You know, you I'm sure you've heard this most of your life as well. Like stop telling people your plans until it's complete because you know telling other people your plans can delay your plans. You just don't understand the power of other people's minds in creating your reality as well. How other people can affect your reality just by their imagination, just by thinking. I may tell somebody, look, I'm about to start this new business or whatever. I'm just super excited, and they have this glow on their face like they're excited too, but in the back of their mind, they don't have faith in my business. And late at night, I'm losing faith. I'm having all these doubts, and I'm wondering where these doubts come from. Not thinking that that person who I told my vision to early, that this could be coming from them. That's just how it works sometimes. So how I look at it now is just like, when you put air in a balloon, it's a certain amount of air you got to put in there before it's able to like lift itself up. So I'm putting air in my balloon by staying quiet until my projects are able to lift themselves up. And then I don't have to speak about it. You're gonna just see it. You're gonna see it flow through the air. You did what I'm saying? Nah, let me chill. But yeah, I'm having a great night so far, a great day. You know, I had a little roadblocks earlier, but a lot of times when I'm going through challenges or having roadblocks, I just quiet my mind. You know, I get into a peaceful place. I meditate. I may take a little nap and just, just let all that tension clear away. And then I get back on my mission. A lot of times that's what you got to do. You got to take time to think about the consequences of your action, the outcome, basically. And once you get the outcome, run for it. So, yeah, man. I'm excited to be here with you guys. And I think I said in the last video the importance of like moving to a new area, to an area of like-minded people. Since I've been in the new area I am for what about close to 3 months now, it's like everybody I meet, every day I meet somebody who's like have the same goals, the same ambitions as I do, which makes it easier to we can talk about certain things and come up with different ideas and put the work. It's much easier being around like-minded people than being, you know, not being around people who think like you, people who have the same ambitions as you, because those people will just pose as a distraction. I met a lot of beautiful people lately, since I've been down here where I'm at, from all different nationalities, and that's always been one of my dreams, my goals, to like travel and meet people from different nationalities and share different ideas and be able to work together. Just to affirm that we're all one, no matter what color, what race, what belief you have. Whenever we work together, we can accomplish many things more efficiently and more abundantly than we can when we're working by ourselves. Don't get it twisted. You can't involve people in all your projects, all your ideas. You just got to create that balance and know when to network and when to just do your own thing. I've been doing my own thing for a long time, so I'm learning to network with people. Just speak up whenever you're around people. Whenever there's like, whenever the room is quiet and you're sitting around people, tap into people's mind. Try to see where they coming from. A lot of times I just, I've always most of my life been an introvert. So, I'll be sitting in the area, somebody come sit beside me, knowing I'm very interested in this person and knowing that we may have something in common. And but I would just sit there and keep quiet, even though I want to talk, because I'm doubting myself. I'm thinking, how it may not go well and stuff like that. But now I'm just learning to just open my mouth and just introduce myself, just say whatever's on my mind, you know. Hopefully it's nothing that's offensive, just something to start a conversation. I was at work last night and I had someone to ask me something personal question about something at my job, something I'm very private about. My first thought is just like say something blunt and try to get them out my face. So once they asked whatever question they was, they came and said in my little area or whatever. I'm like, man, what you sitting in my area for? Like, you need to go on somewhere and nose yourself. I'm having all these negative thoughts. But then I was like, I'm working on myself. I'm learning to deal with people even if they don't think like me. Just conversating with people, whatever. It's okay. And just keeping my own whatever I believe in, making sure that it's known. And if I disagree with you, let it be known. I don't quite agree with you. I don't think that you're wrong. It's just that's not my belief. A lot of times that's why we're afraid to talk to people because um, we don't want to tell them that we disagree with what they're saying. We kind of feel confrontational. Like it's just too much tension, too much energy. We don't want them to think negative of us for not agreeing with their ideas. But that's life, man. That's natural. So why go against the current? But anyway, back to the story. So me and the person, young lady, she's sitting beside me. I'm quiet, on my phone or whatever, doing what I do. I was like, we'll just speak. So I just opened my mouth and said whatever I said, and she started conversing back, and she had come to find out, she was a good person at heart. She shared some information with me that was very needed, in reference to um, a goal I've set for myself, you know. And I learned a lot more about my job just by, striking that little conversation of not being so introverted, being able to mingle with people, and not, prejudging people, and knowing that, all in all, that no matter what a person say about you, no matter how they feel about you, no matter how they perceive you, at the end of the day, you have you have control over yourself more than anybody else. And a lot of time that's something I've been afraid of, like inviting people around, opening myself up to people, being afraid because I don't deem them as not loving, or I deem them as negative, that they can affect my, how I feel about myself. But now I've learned to be more secure in myself and how I feel about myself, and knowing that they can have uh, influence on me, but at the end of the day, I have the last say so. I'm my biggest influencer. As I was telling somebody the other day, like I was uh I was working or whatever, introduced myself to a coworker. They asked me how do I like my job. I told them I love my job. They was taken back, like, wow, I never heard no one say that they love their job. And I told that person, I was like, well, yeah, I mean, while I'm here, I might as well love it. I might as well think well about it, even though it can be challenging, even though some days I don't want to show up to it. But the influence of love is greater than any other influence in the world. So I prefer to add the influence of love rather than add a negative influence to something that is already negative or whatever. Not saying a job is negative, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. Just like I learned about astrology lately, that the importance of it is that understanding that these things have an influence on you. The way the stars line up in the night sky, they project a certain type of energy that influences you, but they don't control your life. Astrology doesn't control your life. Your horoscope doesn't control your life. It only has an influence. And once you understand the influence, you can better balance your life by knowing what type of influence to apply back to mix with it, and that's what life is all about, just creating that balance, man. Everything has a balance. There's a part of fire that's cool. You look in the flame, you'll see the little blue part. And then you see red. It's a perfect example of balance. Air is partially moist, partially dry. Every human being on this earth is partially female, partially male. Every human being. So, recognizing balance and when to apply, certain ideas to things and certain actions will help you a lot in life. Right now I'm studying yin yang, the balance of light and dark. And I come to understand that everything has light and dark in it. Just like every situation in life. It has its good and its bad. But how are you going to perceive it? Are you going to perceive, losing money as something negative or something to help you advance? That's the part I'm talking about the influence. So if you're losing money, let's consider that as something negative. So if we get mad or upset, we're mixing negative with negative. You have no choice for the outcome to be nothing but negative. You may lose more money. You may, a lot of stuff may happen, but if you balance that with thinking, all right, so this is teaching me a lesson. You balance it with positiveness. You balance it with the loving idea. You have a greater influence of how the outcome gonna come out. And be patient. Just be patient. That's what I'm learning in life too. That no matter how positive you think, no matter how well you do things, they're not gonna always come out how you want it at that moment. But if you continue to apply your positive thinking or applying your work to something, you will manifest it eventually. That's what they mean about things your blessings may be delayed but never denied. Never denied if you stay focused on it and not become impatient and not starting to doubt it. Everything in life is a test. It's just life testing you to see if you trust in it. Oh, so he doubt it's not gonna work out because it took a whole month. You starting to doubt that it's not gonna work out because it took a whole month. It took a whole 5 years. But you've been working on this thing, whatever it is, you've been working on attracting it for so many years, so many months, daily. But now you're starting to doubt. So there's life saying, oh, they don't trust in me, so I'm going to give you what you want. So I'm going to give you an untrustworthy, results. It's just some of the things I'm learning, people. And, stop taking things personal. Stop taking things personal. Stop feeling like people are out to destroy you or out to hurt you. And they could very well be. They out to make you mad. They could very well be. But you have to understand, if you don't take it personal, that energy they they're trying to project towards you, will remain with them. They will have to deal with that. But once you start taking things that people say and do personal, then you receive that energy, that negative energy, or so what. I mean, one of the prime things is like when you're in traffic, somebody throw you a bird. Try, you know, not getting angry, not throwing the bird back, just smiling. See how powerful that makes you feel. See, people do things like that to project a certain type of energy on you. Now they're frustrated, so now they want you to be frustrated. So they throw a bird, and now you getting all upset, cussing them out, want to throw a bird back. Now you frustrated, and they feel good because they was able to, churn your waters, disturb your emotions. Oh, that's one of the biggest things I've learned in life, and I'm pretty good with that. Not taking things personal, or not acting, not reacting towards things that I feel like people may have done towards me or may trying to do towards me. I just get out the way. That's the easiest thing you can do. Just get out the way. Let them have it, man. Life is too resilient. There's a million different realities in this lifetime, and you can access them all. You can access whichever one you want through your imagination by staying focused on whatever you want, by working towards whatever you want. That's one of the biggest secrets they don't tell you. There's so many realities, man. That's why you never experience some of the things that you hear other people talk about. We're not all in the same reality. Everyone is living a different reality. Everyone is living in a different world. Physically, you know, we both may be standing in the spot looking at the same tree. That one tree is in both our worlds, but mentally, there's something about that tree that we're both seeing that's both in front of us that we're perceiving different. So that goes also to tell you that you never know what somebody's thinking, man. You never know what's in nobody's mind. You can't see the mind. So stop prejudging people. Now, the fruit don't lie. Fruit don't lie. But the seed is under the ground. You can't see what's in people's mind, but pay attention to people's actions. What are these people continuously doing? You know. But more so, pay attention to your own actions. What are you doing? See, we gotta learn to, be able to forgive and love people despite their shortcomings, despite, how they make us feel. You got to, because you hold on. If you don't, you hold on to that energy, and whatever energy you hold on to, you become it. Just like if I have a two pieces of steel, I have a cold steel right here and a hot steel right here. Whichever one I touch, that's what I'm gonna feel throughout my whole body. If I touch the hot, I'm gonna feel heat throughout my body. If I touch the cold one, I'm gonna feel the cold one throughout my body. So just know whatever emotions that you holding on to, you become that. So learn to let stuff go, man, and develop. Sometimes you gotta kind of develop a I don't give a f attitude to be able to let go of these things. Yeah, man. Just enjoying life, man. Take more risks with your life, with your money. If you have financial trouble, that means you're not taking enough risk. You're not using your money to make more money. You know, I bought a mentorship program. I decided, spend a little bread on the mentorship program. And I can't say that I got money from it directly, but the experiences I've had and the money I received and just the joy I've had was more valuable than the money. And whenever I'm out making money, it makes it more of an enjoyable experience. But I just say that to say that, you know, learn to use your money to obtain knowledge, to obtain joy, so that you do have time, you do have the energy, you do have the joy to manifest ideas to make money. You know, buy a mentorship program, take that real estate class, get your credit fixed. You know, buy some assets, get out here and buy some things that's going to continuously make you money. You know, you got to start at the ground level. But I'll tell you this, what I've come to realize. The most important thing in life is security in yourself, security in knowing that you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. That your attention should be your main priority. Where you're putting your attention should be your main priority. To me, that's the root of everything. You got heaven and the body, earth, the mind, heaven, the physical earth. You got to combine the two. The things you think about, you got to put into fruition. You got to put into work. Don't just sit there and keep all these things in your head. Get to work. Get to networking. Get to putting in them studying hours. Get to moving around, Use your hands and feet. And you are destined for greatness. I have faith in you because I have faith in myself. Once you become secure in yourself, you become secure in everything else around you. And things, life will just begin to serve you. People will just come to offer you things. You will be treated like the royal person that you are. That's why I consider myself the royal purple alchemist, because I understand how to transmute energy. I understand when I'm feeling negative, how to combine that with positive and create a favorable outcome. We're all special, we're all great. We're all on this plane to be tested. We should all leave this plane one day. Be not afraid, because you're return back to where you come from. With the mindset that you develop here on earth, see, that's something that all ancient people would tell you. That's what life is about. You will live after you pass, after you transcend, after your body is gone, you will live in the world that you've created here on earth. If you create a lot of turmoil for yourself, you'll live in a world of turmoil. If you create a lot of joy, you will live in a world of joy. Only thing that leaves the body is the mind, the sum of your experiences here on earth. That's why we're able to recollect thoughts from the past, of a past life, past time. Because this thing up here never dies. This is the most important thing you got. You know, I tell people all the time, my mind is more powerful than a gun. And that, you know, your mind is the most powerful weapon. What created the gun? What created the rockets? What created the fuel, the fire? The mind, the consciousness of Christ, God, Jesus, Lord, Buddha, Muhammad. You know, all these things are, it's telling you something, man. This is, it's about physical, but it's more mental. It's telling you all the attributes that you are, how great you are. All you guys are great. Whatever you're going through in life right now, you will overcome it. I speak that to your life as of right now. You having financial trouble? It's only for a little while. Get to work. Get to focusing on what you want. How you gonna get it? Believe in yourself. And you ain't gotta exert so much energy at one time. Just a little piece every day. If you want to start a business, but you got so many other things on your plate right now, and you keep telling yourself, you don't feel like you have time to begin to even know where to look or know where to start. Like I tell people, man, take 60 seconds out your day. 60 seconds, 1 minute. Just 1 minute to think about what you want, how you gonna do it, and just continue to do that. And doors will begin to open. You'll begin to gain more time. You'll begin to gain the necessary resources. And life will just make a way for you. There's no such thing as I can't. I get it. A lot of time we say we can't because like I was just saying, you feel like you ain't got the time, the space, or whatever. But what we haven't been told, yeah, they tell you about all the hours you put in, but first start with 60 seconds and build your way to the hours of studying. Start with a little 60 seconds. If you don't know where to start, you want to start working out, but you don't know where to start, do 10 push-ups, do 5, do one a day. And as you continually to do this consistently, you'll open doors. Now you're doing 10, now you're doing 20, now you're doing 30. Now you met someone who invited you to a gym membership. Now you seen these advertisements about these cheap discounts to gym memberships. And now you're just taking off in that direction. Never tell yourself you don't have time or you don't have the resources. This life is abundant. Only if you believe so. Like I say, you create your reality through your beliefs. Man, this has been therapy, talking to y'all for the few minutes I've been here talking to you guys. I appreciate you guys for watching my video. I appreciate my subscribers and just giving a listening ear on the way I can be great is to have people to be receptive of my greatness. And you guys are being receptive, so may you guys be blessed times 10, and you create the lifestyle you want, and you receive the most abundant of favor. That's directly from my heart. Have a blessed year, safe year. And just don't be so hard on yourself, man. Just remember, what you give attention to, you shall attract. Take time out today to give attention to love, attention to your goals and dreams and aspirations. And get to work. Take just a little time off. Just start with a little time. That being said, I'm about to continue my night. It's about to go very well because this is a passion for me. I'll just complete another video. Work on your passion. Work on your passion. It'll open so many doors that you wouldn't even, I can't even explain. You may go to work tomorrow and just receive favor. You know, favor from your supervisor, or in doing a certain task, doing something you always wanted to do just because the night before you was working on your passion. We granted the biggest rewards when we work on our purpose, our passion, the things that we love to do. Give back to humanity, man. Be your best self, because whenever you go out, however you feel is projected onto other people. So whenever you're being your best self and you go out somewhere, you projecting, you healing people, man. That's what people don't understand. You can heal and destroy people just by how you feel. That's We'll talk about that on the next video. Always be yourself, man. And know that you have never lost a battle and you never will. Remain resilient. Peace.